Hello dear viewer, I am leesusss, and I am just a little bit excited because I'm finally getting a chance to play the new level. Incubation Emergency, I think it's called. I'm not sure, I've not even looked at it. I'm not even looking at the stars screen yet. See, the problem is, just to give you a little tiny bit backstory on this, the lovely people at Runestorm brought out this new level just as I'd started playing Car Thief's Levels Forge, and I didn't want to stop playing that level, so I thought I'd finish that one off first and then get straight onto this. So sorry if you've been waiting for this one, and thank you for those of you who have reminded me there's a new level. Let's just get started. Also, it gives me a chance to show off this as well. In case you haven't seen it, this is the new oh, hello Silent Ruin. Playing War Thunder apparently, just popping up on my Steam reminder there. This is the new sort of front screen now. You'll get different images from some of the levels. Which one is this? I don't actually recognise this one. What's that? I don't recognise this bit over here. They're usually from particular levels, I think. Don't know. Anyway, let us get started. Let's do a solo one, and it's up here already. Embryonic Research Facility. Size large, average length 3 hours. I've been quite excited about this particularly because I have deliberately not looked up anything on it, and I'm very keen to know what's going on. I had lots of ideas running through my head about what might be happening in here from the title, but let's find out. So the briefing: name leesusss, age 27, senior workman, own 27. That suggests either I'm very skilled or there's a very fast drop off of people working for the company. I think I know which is more likely. Brief: this facility has been designated as a high priority for you, and it is imperative that it is cleaned hastily and thoroughly. Preliminary reports indicate widespread damage to the centre itself, as well as a large number of deceased staff members. Furthermore, we have heard rumours of biological masses infesting the installation. Oh, was that what it was initially at the end? Okay. Bit of a strange place for a page break. Be sure to restore operations to facility equipment, including incubator device lights, and specimens. Operations are to be resumed as soon as possible, and therefore both the company and facility executives are expecting nothing short of a stellar performance on your part. Or else. Good, okay, so we're going to do our usual thing. Ooh. A wander around first, a little looky-looky to see what's happening, and then we'll get started. So we've heard about biological masses, which I presume are these. Oh, no, these are like the pods. Funny thing, when you're doing a Let's Play or something similar, you tend not to notice things all the time that are happening around you, and sometimes things that are obvious to a third-person viewing isn't always. I didn't actually realise straight away how much they were moving. I love the pods in hydroponic hell. Yeah, and they're like body versions, and they wiggle the same. Oh, I know it's disgusting, but I like it. I like stuff like that. Yeah, that's so you can't mop it. I presume I've got to laser it then. Yeah, it looks like it does, because it's glowing like a wind. Okay, I like that. Do these come off as well? They don't look like they want to, do they? Oh, we've got to burn them off. I don't know. We'll find that out in a bit. We've got a dead body, usual there, sort of hazard suits or whatever. Not quite sure what the whole incubation thing is yet. I mean, this appears to. I mean, these look like pupa, don't they? They look like pupae. So I guess we were growing something in the facility, and it started to escape. I don't know, maybe. We've got blood splatters over here and a great big bullet wound. What does that say? Huxley Technologies. Huxley. Oh, you know what? What is this? Aldous Huxley. Aldous Huxley, famous author, writer of things like Brave New World. A very much misused phrase. Okay, I like it. It's got different textures. It's got quite bright colours. Oh, we've got stuff up there, look. Oh, we've got those tanks. I like the movement inside them, though. Did they always do that? They were quite still before, weren't they? Here's the furnace, anyway. We've got the furnace. So all I'm looking for right now... Oh, look at this. Hello, little fella. Here, oh, we've got like a bird skull, isn't it? It looks like a bird skull. Oh, yeah. I was wondering originally when I... So some of the ideas running through my head when I first thought of the episode would be... And it's got cooling things on there. I was thinking maybe this might be a cross between something like Evil Science and cryogenesis, because sometimes when you store things like barnacles, you want to keep them cold so they're in stasis and don't grow anymore. Oh, we've got a little shark tail on the back. It's a little bit alien-y, isn't it? Oh, okay, what I thought was a bird skull is in fact more like it's just a normal skull with bits underneath it. Although it's got a rather horrifying semi-human appearance to it, doesn't it? But they have got some cooling facilities here. Okay, so we're trying to find the furnace. We want to find the bucket dispenser, and we've got these cold guns, and the bin dispenser. What are these things here? What was that about lights? Open. I won't play with that yet. We'll try that later. Oh dear, we've got a business person that's had their head completely bloated off. Nice. Oh look, bits of skull there. Is that different? Is that a new texture? Is that a new bit of model? Well, they didn't look quite like that, did it, before? It's even got the eyeballs still inside it. That's a little bit of brain as well. I think, is that a new one? I thought it'd be a new one. There you go, fella. Have your head back. Half your head back. I like this. This is good. Okay, we can go over here. We've got a lift. Good. Split levels. Good. Okay. Does this even open? It does. Have we got any guns around here? Oh dear. Oh dear. Om nom nom. We have to be careful these, aren't we? They obviously they like to eat people. These pods, I like that. You reach down and it'll zoink you up into the ceiling. That's right, I said zoinked. There's the bin dispenser. And that's more like an egg, isn't it? Ooh, like an alien egg. Maybe it hatches out after a while in here and becomes one of those other things. Medical thingies, okay. So the usual plan, we're going to clean a line between the bucket dispenser, the bin dispenser, and I don't know why I'm saying that in a creepy voice. The bin dispenser. That's bins. Bins. Sorry. Oh, guys. Oh dear. It's gonna be fun. There's the bucket one. I'm back where I started. I'm back where I started. I went straight past it. This is what I meant about not noticing things, didn't I? Okay. So this is quite nice now. I like this. So I think what we're going to do. I'm not even going to look downstairs yet. I think we're going to work in pieces. We're not even going to go downstairs for a while. I think I'm going to work in small chunks. It's big enough place, I think, that we can work in small chunks and do piece by piece. There's plenty to do around here. I think we'll find some notes and things. You know what? I'm actually usually after I've run around for a bit and caused trouble, I restart because I've made an extra mess of it. But I don't really think I have around here, so I think I'm just going to get on with just cleaning stuff without restarting, which seems reasonable. Where's the furnace again? The furnace is over there. So we need to lug the bodies over. We need some bins. Let's get it. We can mostly get around here without needing any what am I trying to say? Any cleaning up to clean the floor. We can dodge most of the mess here. Bit of moppy around there will do it. Oh dear. Silence now playing Armour 3. Thanks for that notification. I do like to see what my friends are doing on Steam. It is nice. Know what they're up to. Sort of interesting. Let's get these organs into a box. Okay, so yeah, I hope you've been having a good week. I have been away for a while. I've been out working again. I've been out of the country. Again, the reason for a delay in getting stuff. So there haven't been many videos this week, I'm afraid. I'm sorry about that. I had actually a plan. So if you'd watched the last... Probably the last... Hello, legs. Get in there. Where's the rest of you, by the way? These handprints... What are these claws here? Oh, there's the rest of everything. What have we had here? We've got gruesome paw prints. It's like someone's been sliced in two and part of it's been dragged over here. Ooh. Nasty. Yeah, if you saw my last Viscera, that's a full bin, you'll probably have saw that I'd made a little comment about the fact that I was going to be away, but I had a plan to do stuff while I was away, to keep you updated with videos. It didn't really work, sadly. I was able to upload some of the ones that I've already made. So look at this. Elwood Sunderson. Usual pro method, ready? Here we go. Floosh! There you go. Don't let me forget what that is. I usually do. But try not to. Yeah, so the plan was related to a comment on one of the previous videos. Again, of course, I've forgotten your name because I'm useless like that. But one of you suggested that you liked I thought my voice was soothing, which is a very nice thing to say, and it is something that I've been told before. So I said, you know, half serious, half jokingly, would you like me to do a story time then? By that I mean, oh damn it, I'm getting confused already. See, would you like me to read an audiobook? You know, I've always liked reading for people, and I thought I was reasonably okay at it. I'm not too dull how I read things, but and you know, I put plenty of emphasis on accents and various other things when I do it. But you know, would you like that? And so I looked at a few audiobooks. However, for various technical reasons, it didn't really work out. But I might still do it. I don't know if you guys would enjoy it or not. I mean, it's an experiment, really. This is a terribly stacked bin. I mean, it's Legs. It's your fault again, Legs, as usual. I do like the way you're posing in the top, though. I must admit, it's a very cute way of sitting. If you can describe half of a torso and some legs as sitting cutely, but you know, nothing surprises me about me anymore. Anyway, back to the audiobook. So I might still do it. It'll be an experiment, and so I'm not worried if it goes wrong or anything like that. But I'll do it at some point in the near future, and I won't talk anymore about it now. I'll just, because I've got some things about why it was a problem and what sort of difficulties I ran into. But we'll see how it goes. I'll give it a go in the near future. Something for you to maybe look forward to or dread, depending on your feeling about it, and then we'll see how it goes. So there you go. But this is what I've been really looking forward to. I actually wanted to play it last night as well. I was very keen to play this last night, but various things happened. By the way, look up a second. I just realised we're indoors. If you listen carefully, can you hear bird song? Hold on. Yeah. Maybe you can't on the audio. Maybe it's because I've got different sound levels through here. But, you know, I can hear birdies tweeting, which is rather nice. So it's a bit like an Athena. I've actually been waiting for a while for a one where there was some outside, because most of the levels, of course, are completely indoors. But there you go. Was the person shooting here, by the way, the one who got chopped in half? Possibly. As usual, no gun. But there we go. Maybe been picked up by somebody. Don't know. Not sure. I see you, sneaky footprint. See? Slipped past my gaze. There we go. Yeah, so there appears to have been some resistance going on. At some point, I'm sure we'll find a hero tablet, which will tell us which particular hero. Are you One Piece? You are. Come on then, fella. Will tell us who's been doing the actions in here, but we've already had a comment about Huxley in there. Why am I carrying you over here? I know you're probably shouting at me, I'm sorry. And confused. Late at night, I'm a bit tired. I'm a bit crispy, actually. I'm fully in the mood for doing some Viscera, because I am feeling literally a bit crispy, because I've been, until a few minutes ago, I was outside, burning garden waste in my garden in an incinerator. You know, one of those sort of, looks a bit like like a metal dustbin with holes in it that burns things very fast. I have a lot of garden and a lot of garden waste that goes with it. So that's what I have to do occasionally, and I'm feeling a bit frazzled around the edges, literally, from trying to deal with this thing. They don't burn fast, I can tell you that much. And it's late at night, and next door we're having some sort of barbecue, and yeah, a bit frazzled around the edges. Anyway, orders Huxley. We saw Huxley Industries over there. Who is this, by the way? Hello? Carrie Meringa. That's not your bucket. Over here. There we go. Come on, get in there. In you go. Don't be shy. Right. So, music? Only if there's new music. I get tired of the old music after a while. The Catalyst versus Cosmic Voodoo. I think I've heard that before. Power Plant. Jungle Jazz, Bongo in the Congo. No, I don't know, actually. Okay, yeah, we'll go with Bongo in the Congo for a while. Yeah, sure. There's a bit. There it is. There we go. Yeah, Aldous Huxley, Brave New World, often used. Now, the U is easily lazy, you guys, or not. Okay, experimentation time. We're going to see what happens. Oh, the music's kicking up a bit. We're going to see what happens if we laser one, because one of the best ways of dealing with the damn awful pods and big plant bits in hydroponic hell was to laser them, because they were so awkward. And these guys are similar in that they make a mess on the floor. Also, you lot, I presume, we stack somewhere, but I haven't seen a stacking area yet. I've got a good bet it's going to be downstairs. So, yeah, Brave New World is used in a bit of a few different ways. Hold on a second, let's try this. There we go. Well, a little bit of flair, but it's not actually flair. You're not a lot smaller. You're a bit of a smaller chunk. Oh god. No. Hold on. I've had enough. No. That discordant noise was a bit too much. It didn't go. A bit worse. Right, let's have a comparison of size. Hold on. You're a fairly small one. Let's see how much you shrink down. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm really helping with some of these. They are awkward though. I mean, those two alone would have easily filled a bin anyway. I guess they've almost filled a bin now, but they would have been even worse. Otherwise, I don't know. What about these big fellas? What do I do about these? Do I laser these? Let's give them a go. And what big ones on the wall as well? What do they call it? Oh, that's unexpected and unpleasant. Was it corruption or something? Don't know. Taint. Well, what we can't pick them up anyway, can we? The big ones like this cannot be picked up. So they are going to be the worst of the waste around here, but that's a lot of bin to be using up, isn't it? But I guess there's no better way around it. Unless I try lasering one again. Let's try it again. Which one did I laser? That one. Yeah, I don't really think it's going, is it? It's just going to be a big... It's just going to be a lot of bins. That is really awkward. I could push him down the corridor with a broom, I guess, but that's not really very helpful either. I think 3 is about the most I can get here. Right, that is instantly added to the time required to do this whole level, isn't it, really? Okay, let's have a little look. I was carefully carrying a bin. Let's see how fast... No, I mean, carrying bits that way is going to be a pain. I was thinking of running them down one at a time, but... Why are they still glowing red, by the way? This biomass, I guess. That's awkward, though. Oh well, we'll get a couple of bins. Never mind. Never mind. Yes, Aldous Huxley. So, Brave New World is a dystopian vision of the future, where, for example, people are predestined into their positions in society. So, for example, you know, if you're an A-class person, you've had superior. It doesn't actually call it genetic engineering, I don't think, at any point. But you've been superiorly brought up, and you have been treated in a superior way, as a young thing, that you are sort of the best in society, the smartest and the best looking. And you spend most of your time just partying and getting down, having a good time. As you go down through society, it gets worse and worse. However, the real horror of it is things like, the things that will stick with me, are things like the very lowest in society. Like the Group F, I think, was one of the lowest, where they're not only the most menial of tasks, such as, for example, operating a lift. That's their job, all day, every day, for the rest of their life. They do things like that. The most simplest jobs in society. They are made to be like that. So they use things like, if you've ever heard of it, a thing called fetal alcohol syndrome. It's the reason why, if you're pregnant, you really shouldn't drink. Okay? Because fetal alcohol syndrome will damage your baby's development. Literally stunt their mind and their body, and very much reduce their life. And this is what has been done. These Group F guys, and other ones similar down that level, have been deliberately made inferior. Okay, so it's a horrible society. I won't go into the story too much, but it's thoroughly dystopian. You know, it's very, very unpleasant. And the thing is, people don't even realise how unpleasant it is, really. They have no clue about what a terrible society they're living in. But the thing is that a Brave New World isn't always used in that way. It's a funny phrase. Sometimes it's used in half the correct way and half the... It should mean, you know, a Brave New World is a world that isn't actually really better. It's in fact made worse by the supposed advances. You know, it's actually a dark view, but sometimes people use it as a positive thing. You know, it's a brave new world, and it's not like that. You know, it's a thoroughly horrible thing. It's a horrible way society's developed in the book. I like old stories like that. It was sorry, they go quite quickly. I'm glad about that. Go on, get out of it. No, he's still there. Still glowing away. It quite handy ties in the fact that when I said about doing an audiobook, that often it's the older books. Where was that? I'm sure there's another organ. Here it is. Let's put it in here and arrange this pod in here. When it comes to audiobooks, often you get access to the much older ones, especially if you're after a free audiobook. The older stories, the things that are more what's the word? Public domain. That's it. They're no longer under copyright in the same way, like public domain music. At one point during one of my videos, I've been playing jazz punk, I think it was. And in jazz punk, there's well, I was about to say a silly level. It's all silly in jazz punk, as you probably realised if you've ever seen it. There's a bit where they play the Flight of the Bumblebee by it's got out of my head. Stravinsky? Is it Stravinsky? Can't remember. I'll put it in the comments. Put it in the caption. And it was played in there, and you were running around spotting flies, literally. Have we actually done this bit here? Little bite-sized pieces, isn't it? I think we're done over here. That's rather good. Okay, happy with that. What does this do, by the way? Oh, did I knock that down? Oh, it's a broken light bulb. Where do I get a light bulb from? I don't see any light bulbs. Why am I trying to put it in there? Looks like a doorknob than a light bulb. Oh, it's like a little LED one. Okay, let's put it down here now. Are they all broken then? No heat source. Oh, we've got it's like the seed beds, isn't it? You remember that in hydroponic hell? You had to put seeds in the plant in the flower beds, multiple ones. It was a horror actually, to make to reinstall the facility. And it looks like we've got a whole junk load of light bulbs to be putting in all over the place. Well, that isn't much fun, is it? But never mind, we'll do that later. Haven't seen the machine yet. Dispenser. It might be around here somewhere. Excuse me. Possibly not. Throat's a bit dry. Oh, that one's okay. So some are okay. Missing samples. Oh my, we've got to put samples in as well? So it is like planting a seed, isn't it? Are we planting some of these disgusting egg things? I'm not sure I'm happy with that. I know I'm clearing up a god-awful mess here of, you know, a disaster that's happened. I'm not really happy with the fact that I'm not clearing up for a facility that's going to get closed down. I'm going to clear up for a facility that's going to get restarted again. Oh well. That's just the life of a janitor. I'm not in here to make decisions like that, am I? I'm here just to clear the mess. I am the grade F with the... No, I won't joke about that, actually. Fetal alcohol syndrome is not a joking matter, even in a game as gruesome as this one. There we go. Anyway, yeah, Flight of the Bumblebee. I'm all over the place today. I'm sorry. I'm particularly scatty today for some reason. I think it's been too close to the fire. While I had it in the level, it played in the level while I was swatting flies or something similar. What happened? And when I uploaded the video, I got a copyright hit because they said, first of all, some jerk company said, we own the rights to the Flight of the Bumblebee. Actually, I think you're fine, and therefore you have to put adverts on your videos. So tough. Give us the money, which is quite amusing considering the fact that the Flight of the Bumblebee is a public domain piece of music. You can't copyright it. It doesn't belong to you. It doesn't belong to anybody, even the Stravinsky, whatever family of the composer who wrote it. You know, it just doesn't belong to them. You can't do that. and I wrote this in a similar thing, and then it went away again. It's quite a dirty trick, though. I mean, you can't go around claiming stuff like that. If I went around saying you were using, I know I'd invented, you were humming a tune or something, or you were using a computer that I said I invented, but I couldn't prove it, I would get in trouble. Hello, Hector Buda. I would get in trouble for it. You can't make false claims, but that's exactly what these jerks were doing. Dirty, dirty tricks. Anyway, so yes. Oh, same thing with books, by the way. Put it down for a second. Put it down. Put it. There we go. No. Yes. Right. The same thing with books. You know, there's copyright on certain books, and other ones are open domain. So you can hit your headset. You can do what you like with them. You can read them whenever you like, and you should be able to read them online. And of course, like anything that I do around here, I won't be charging any money for it. So if I do an audio book, hopefully I'll be left alone. But we'll see what happens. Let's have a look in here. So this is a disgusting egg thing. It is one of those egg things. So status normal. This is what we've got to do. I'm tempted to pick it up, but I think I might ruin it if I do it. But I'm going to try and pick it up anyway. There we go. Happy again. Unhappy? Happy. Okay, he's not making a mess either. Good. Okay, so we need to put those inside these. We shall do so. What does this say? Data log. Navigation Dr. Helmholtz Watson. Emotional conditioning specialist. That isn't at all disturbing in a job title. It has been only days since Marx's remarkable breakthrough. Marx, huh? Good old Carl. And already I've been able to imprint more sophisticated emotions on the alien infant subjects. Hold on. Marx's remarkable breakthrough. So I presume we talked about another scientist there who has achieved something, and that has allowed this idiot here to imprint sophisticated emotions on alien infants. So at least thankfully they aren't actually human hybrids, which is what I was worried about when I saw this vaguely human-shaped heads. Anyway. But you are playing around with alien babies, which are still babies, no matter how you look at it. Worrying. When's Mum going to find out? Just this morning, I was doing my daily interviews with the children when Molly showed signs of deep adoration for me, as intended. So Molly's one of the aliens, I guess. They've given them human names to link emotionally with them, which is a bad sign. You're trying to imprint emotions in the alien babies, but you shouldn't. If you're doing experiments on things, you can't imprint on them yourself. That's a bad idea. You have to think of them in a human way. Otherwise, you don't think scientists who work on mice go around naming them, because you'll never be able to do the work on them. They need to. I was a bit concerned, however, when she became extremely aggressive upon seeing Amy being harmed. A simple flaw, I'm sure. Oh dear. Clearly I need to do more work on refining and reducing the counting elements from this emotional imprinting. Goodness. So, yeah, from what we've heard so far, it doesn't sound like anyone was doing anything particularly clever around here, does it really? Oh, that's a bit big. Can I get you back out of here? Come here, Molly, or whatever your name is. No, you're not going to come out again. Right, let's lazy you then. So, yeah, someone's been doing disturbing work with aliens, trying to make them, for whatever reason, emotionally imprinting. Maybe they're trying to control them. Maybe they're trying to induce parental feelings. Sorry about that buggy thing. I'm a bit worried about you now, because I now feel you might be baby eggs. I don't know. I'm gonna lazy you anyway. There we go. Sorry, I've got to do it. It's my job. I'm really sorry, Trevor. Whatever your name is. You're not. But it's all right. You've not been imprinted yet. You've not got any human emotions. It's Dr. Helmholtz Watson. You know, we're not at all surprised, really, to tell you the truth. It looks like a little nest they've made here. I'm not sure if he's been pulled in or he's part of a little nest. They're like extreme cuddling, the worst kind of cuddling, not the kind of cuddling anybody wants. I don't know. There we go. Yeah. So I guess that maybe they've been trying to induce some sort of feeling of love for humans as like mummy and daddy, so that the alien babies do whatever you ask them to because they love you. Just guessing here, but I'm wondering. Yeah, that may be the case. I like to try and think like the Runestorm people think, because these guys are big fans of sci-fi. They are, and horror films. You don't need to have spoken to them or anything like that, because I haven't, obviously, to know that that's how they are. Now, there's no shortage of their stories that have had, you know, sci-fi elements to them. And I think they like to come up with in-depth stories. I wonder actually how much of their time is spent between Runestorm, spent between coming up with the level, the look of the new text and everything else, and the rest of it just building a story behind it. Because I think you've got to build a story first, haven't you? I don't think you can just come up with something like this, start slamming it together, and then build a story into it. You know, they've had to come up with it. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of effort. I like when there's a lot of work and a lot of effort like that. It's, you know, it's the bit I appreciate the most. Pretty graphics are one thing, but you know, real depth to something is far more. And I like to try and think like them. Right, come on, another one. I have to happen eventually. It's okay. It's all right. I'm not daft enough now to simply run another bin out of the top because it's going to cause trouble. Get it, leg. For heaven's sake. Yes. Where? Maybe we're on an alien world then. Is that where you think we are? Because we've got the open air outside. It doesn't. I mean, we can't see very much of it. To be fair, it could be an underground facility. For oh dear, someone's been thrown up there, haven't they? Slammed against the wall. It doesn't feel like an alien world, but who knows? That's a bit of a snap judgment. Maybe we brought them back to Earth. I mean, if I was doing experiments on alien babies, I don't think I want to bring them back to Earth and do it. That's like a terrible idea. I mean, sorry, Helmholtz Watson, gonna fishing your guts out. I would have thought you want to keep it as well away from the home planet as possible. But then again, we aren't dealing with the people who have had the brightest ideas in the entire universe so far, are we really? I'm starting to load these pods quite a lot already though, because they are a big pain to deal with. Hilden, if you're doing it playing at the same time, mate, and you found a better way of dealing with these, please let me know. Hidden Prime is also a Viscera player and often has very good advice for me on levels and secrets in the levels and what you can do to make things easier for yourself. Secrets you can find. I don't really see an easier way of doing this. You did say you were going to wait to play this until I started playing it, but I wouldn't blame you if you hadn't. I think I'll just chuck you in as you are, quite frankly, you. Come on, get in there. This is such big chunks to deal with. We're in the land of, what do you call them? The big alien bits in cryogenesis and things like that. That's huge. But even if I burn this, it's okay. That one or two of these. I don't think I'm going to get two of these in here, am I? It's sort of irrelevant, really. They're not going to go in. I need a bigger bin. We're going to need a bigger bin. Damn it. Okay. Okay, so Hidden, if you find a better way of doing this, please let me know. Because this is going to be a real pain. I think these will be good in Athena as well. I think they should put these vine... Oh, you come back. You put these vines or similar ones to it in Athena. Athena's Wrath. Oops. I'll have it eventually. They look rather nice and plant-like.